Chapter 7. On the way from Kngw to Lake Novkio, N-C-O-V-I, Nkovi, in which the voyager goes for bush again and wanders into a new lake and a new river. July 22nd, 1895, left Kngw. The 4 Ajumba did not turn up early in the morning as had been arranged, but arrived about 8 in pouring rain, so decided to wait until 2 o'clock, which will give us time to reach their town of Eruma before nightfall, and may perhaps give us a chance of arriving there dry. At 2 we start. We go down river on the Kngw side of Lambrari Island, make a pause in front of the Igala slave town, which is on the island, and nearly opposite the fan town of Fula on the mainland bank, our motive being to get stores of yam and plantain, and magnificent specimens of both we get, and then, when our canoe is laden with them to an extent that would get us into trouble under the Act if it ran here, off we go again. Every canoe we meet shouts us a greeting and asks where we are going. And we say, and where we are going, every canoe we meet shouts us a greeting and asks where we are going. And we say, Rembui. And they say, what? Rembui? We say, yes, Rembui. And paddle on. I lay among the luggage for about an hour, not taking much interest in the Rembui or anything else save my own headache, but this soon lifted, and I was able to take notice, just before we reached the Ajumba's town, called Avruma. The sandbanks stretched across the river here, nearly awash, so all our cargo of yams has to be thrown overboard to the sand, from which they can be collected by being waded out to. The canoe, thus lightened, is able to go on a little further, but we are soon hard and fast again, and the crew have to jump out and shove her off about once every 5 minutes, and then to look lively about jumping back into her again as she shoots over the cliffs of the sandbanks. When we reach Avrumba, I find it is a very prettily situated town on the left-hand bank of the river, clean and well kept, and composed of houses built on the Igala and Impangwa plan, with walls of split bamboo and a palm thatch roof. I own I did not much care for these Jumbas on starting, but they are evidently going to be kind and pleasant companions. One of them is a gentlemanly-looking man who wears a grey shirt. Another looks like a genial Irishman who has accidentally got black, very black. He is distinguished by wearing a singlet. Another is a thin, elderly man, notably silent, and the remaining one is a strapping big fellow, as black as a wolf's mouth, of gigantic muscular development, and wearing quantities of fetish charms hung about him. The first 2 mentioned are Christians, the other 2 pagans, and I will refer to them by their characteristic points, for their honourable names are awfully alike when you do hear them, and, as is usual with Africans, rarely used in conversation.